3 weeks. Not many whistles are being blown. Missouri, what a start.
They forced the Alabama timeout 2.5 minutes in. It's a blitz.
Well, we said that Alabama couldn't turn it over because what Missouri wants to do is get out and push, not necessarily run half-court offense. They're attacking the rim. They're being aggressive. Exactly what Dennis Gates wanted to see from his team to start this game.
Well, they've started 5 out of 7 from the floor, Sonny. Alabama hasn't hit a shot yet. Matter of fact, they've turned it over twice already.
And I think Alabama looking for contact a few of those possessions, right? There's not a whistle being blown. So now you've got to figure out how the game's being called. Be more aggressive in your attack mode.
One thing we heard Nate Oates talk about on the heels of the loss in that mega matchup, 1-2 Saturday in Tuscaloosa, the loss to Auburn, was, are we going to bounce back with the appropriate disposition in practice and on game day to be ready for a high-level battle against Missouri? He was encouraged by what he saw, but boy, this is a knockdown in the first round.
But what we understand about Alabama, it's one of the best teams in college basketball.
Yep.
They can weather the storm. A Final Four team a year ago. A veteran team. They understand. But they've got to have answers. One of the things they do great on the offensive end is attack and get offensive rebounds. They only had 7 against Auburn, and they didn't play well. They only had 9 in the loss against Ole Miss.
This is a charged-up arena, and the All-American, that's Mark Sears, takes it in for Alabama's first basket on the heels of a timeout.
Not a surprise that he would be the one to answer. He has had a brilliant career at Alabama.
3-year starter, going for 18 a game this year, so he is Alabama's premier and leading scorer. Mark Mitchell, very productive 5-man, took some contact. Mitchell couldn't shut it down. This is Perkins. He draws the foul. And so Keith Kimball signals active shooting. Perkins going to the line for 2.
You know, the guy that's causing a lot of problems right now is Tony Perkins, the guard, the physical guard, the transfer guard from Iowa. Likes the physicality, doesn't mind mixing it up into time. He'll go to the free throw line. Already a couple offensive rebounds for him from the guard position.
There was already a sense coming into this game that Dennis Gates' team was playing with a great confidence, swagger to them. As you mentioned, the back-to-back wins last week against Oklahoma and Georgia. 2 wins by 24 points and 13, but they looked really good in the second half of both games.
And so one of the keys of Missouri on the defensive end is the physicality of their backcourt. They get a lot of steals, they're physical, they grab and hold and do a lot of things. Terrific pass to Nelson inside.
Yeah, that's the 5th-year senior with his first basket. It was a 12-0 Missouri blitz, 2.5 minutes into the game. Mitchell left open. Oh, Mitchell connects.
Only shoots 23%. They're going to give him that look.
Mo Diabate into the game. Great feed. It's Nelson. Count the basket.
Always keep an eye defensively, Kevin. Missouri switches everything. And so if you fake that time as I just looked at up in North Dakota, Devil's Lake minus 13.
Yeah, that's a Fahrenheit, I take it.
Yeah. I looked at Grant when he was warming up. I said, hey, it feels warm. He goes, yeah. Compared to where I'm from, yes.
Well, even despite the cold temperatures, snow and all throughout Missouri, northern Arkansas yesterday, brilliant crowd. They have showed up.
Hey, great matchup. Jared Stevens at 6'10", 6'11", guarding Caleb Grill, and not let Grill get hot and get touches. But right now it's the Tony Perkins show.
Perkins, an early impact. He's got a handful of rebounds, 2 assists, and his first made bucket. Aiden Holloway, who is a very prolific three-point shooter off the bench, misfires on his first look. And then a uncharacteristic turnover by Missouri. They throw it out of bounds. The Tigers jump all over Alabama. They get up 12-zip. Sonny, they've got the 11-point lead. First few minutes of this heavyweight bout.
Well, Tony Perkins, we talked about him. The transfer from Iowa, he has been brilliant, I think, for Dennis Gates in SEC play. And he's been able to handle pressure and be physical. Now Mark Mitchell steps out. He makes this. Missouri on a roll.
Why is Navage trusted by millions?
Before Navage, I was not living my best life because I could not breathe. Constant nasal congestion, constant blowing of the nose. The huge difference is the fact that Navage pulls it out. It's very gentle in the sense of when that suction happens, it's literally grabbing that water and that mucus and it's bringing it out into this tank. It's worth every penny that you pay for it. This product changed my life.
Available at major retailers or online at Navage.com.
Shopping online comes with digital threats, so turn on NordVPN and encrypt your online traffic. Get 72% off NordVPN and up to 1 year for free.
OCD is more than what you see on TV and in the movies. It comes with unrelenting, intrusive images, thoughts, and urges. If you have OCD and need help, you can get better with specialized treatment. Go to nocd.com to learn more.
Hi. I sell deodorant for a living, but not just any deodorant. The whole body deodorant designed just for guys. Mando whole body deodorant is clinically proven to block odor all day and control it for 72 hours. Plus, it was invented by a doctor right here in the USA. What's Mando's secret? It paralyzes odor-causing bacteria. You stop bacteria, you stop odor before it starts. Now get this. Because our deodorants are free from any harsh chemicals, they work safely anywhere on your body. New customers get 30% off at shopmando.com.
SEC Women's Basketball on SEC Network. You know that we never play.
Missouri hits 7 of its first 10 shots. It has got a double-digit lead against the 4th-ranked Tide. They are looking for another giant ranked win against maybe a top 5 team. Remember, back here in December, Sonny, they toppled Kansas when it was ranked number 1 in the nation. Fast forward a month later, they go on the road, beat Florida and Gainesville. First top 5 road win in more than a decade. They also beat a ranked Ole Miss team here a couple of weeks ago. And then on the road, February 1st, their 4th ranked victory. They're looking for another one tonight. They have piled up those signature wins this season.
And what Dennis Gates has done this year has built a squad that can beat you in a variety of ways. We understand him as a defensive coach. Yes, they're good on the defensive end. Second part, they're terrific on the offensive end. Plenty of offensive weapons. They're an older type team, which we've seen in college basketball. That's who's winning ball games. A lot of weapons that can beat you on both ends of the floor. They're a cohesive unit, and they are very confident. When you win games like Kansas in this building, or at Florida when you dominated from the start, all of a sudden confidence gets to a level you think you can play with anything.
It's a lot of that generated from the experience, the maturity, the veteran-type team this season.
And no doubt, guys that came back that didn't win a game in SEC play last year. Guys like Tamar Bates, Caleb Grill was injured last year. And then you have the transfer pool. Mark Mitchell and Tony Perkins have been huge.
Josh Gray into the game off the bench. You got 4 to shoot here for Alabama. That has been stifled on this side. Sears with half a second. Oh, he beats the timer.
My goodness. My goodness, if that counts. Holy smoke.
I think he got it off with a half a second. So Don Daly is saying count the basket.
This is a free timeout for Dennis Gates. He's getting his guys over there quickly.
And obviously good for the All-American, yet with there's still 1/10 of a second to spare. A little closer than I thought.
How good has he been in the last couple of years? Yeah. He's a fabulous player. Great talent. Yes, you can have off games. Yes, he wasn't great against Auburn on Saturday, only 4 of 17 from the field.
After
I get that.
Basket counts.
2-time All-Conference. He'll very likely make his 3rd straight All-SEC team. But Sonny,
this says it only just surpassed 2,600 points for his career. He has ascended to the mountaintop of the sport.
Well, at his size, they list him at 6'1". We'll count that. I'm not quite sure he's 6'1". Yep. He's the #1 guy on the scouting report. That's a tough spot to be. You're not 6'6". You're not jumping over everybody. They try to double him, they try to triple him, they try to keep him from getting jump shots or getting layups. Just finds a way to win.
Well, he can catch and shoot with the best of them. Caleb Grill, the league's most effective three-point shooter.
Any shooter loves to run baseline to baseline. They set a double for it. Another turnover. Missouri will run with it, have a chance.
Wow, the steal and then the immediate lead feed to Pierce. Here's Bates, has an open one. Bang!
This blitz continues.
And Missouri, understanding that Alabama wants to score in those first 10 seconds, are getting stops and forcing turnovers, allows them to run, and they share the basketball.
Holloway with a very needed triple.
Keep an eye on Grill. When he comes in the game, they've got him on constant motion to see if he can find an opening for a shot.
That is number 31 in the white. Better than 45% from beyond the arc. It's best of the SEC. Josh Gray! Oh, slamming down.
Did I mention that Mizzou likes to be physical with their guards? They're simply posting up Tony Perkins to go against a thinner Aiden Holloway.
Holloway, corner three, knocks it down.
And that's how you answer it. You go to the other end and go, I'll take my 3 for your 2. Let's see if Perkins keeps the ball in his hand and keeps backing down Holloway.
Two of the highest scoring teams in the nation. They also hit the 3 at exceptionally high rates. Missouri makes about 9 a game. Alabama 10. Grill, another. Offline that time.
Good defense by Stevenson. He stayed on his backside. You got to chase shooters.
Sears to the basket, high off the glass, knocked out. And losing last touch by Missouri basketball.
Another improvement over a year ago is the physicality of rebound. What Missouri's doing that they didn't do as well last year. Sharing the basketball is what this Missouri offense is all about. They move it and they find open guys, and if there's no dribble and you get it to your best shooters, one Grill, second one Bates, you're going to shoot it well. And on the other end, Aiden Holloway's having a terrific season, especially shooting the ball. When he gets open, it's pretty much money.
Top 10 in the league, 42% from distance. He is way better in league play. And so those 2 threes, you can see him clapping his hands, those are critical based on how Missouri has started this game.
And the key for any great shooter is that the freedom to shoot it. And both of these offenses, because they like to push, and your first open look, coaches want you to take, makes you a much better shooter. Good defense.
Bates, wild layup. Grill, who's a very good rebounding guard. That was last touch, though, by the 6th-year senior.
So last 2 possessions, Jared Stevenson. Great on the defense outside on Grill. Great on the defense interior on Tamar Bates.
Yep.
He uses his length Nado's talked about. They can play 3, 6, 11 guys. He said they can all defend outside.
Morey setting the screen for Holloway, has to pick up the dribble.
Fyline's got to be good tonight. He's got to be aggressive, go off the bounce.
So one of the better rookies in the league. Little hesitation here, trying to go to work on Mitchell. Holloway can't shake Bates. That is a difficult shot falling away.
He has a very confident stroke going tonight.
He's only got 8. So he's got 8 of Alabama's 17. He's hit 3 of his first 4. Mitchell, count it, and the foul.
If you don't communicate on the defensive end, you will pay in this league. 2 defenders for Alabama got mixed up, did not talk right here. No communication. Mark Mitchell, the transfer from Duke. Powerful player in attacking the rim. He sees the mix-up and the mistake, takes advantage of it.
Sonny, he has been particularly locked in. Went for 14 last time out in the win against Georgia. Career high 25. He was relentless last week against Oklahoma.
Dominating against the Sooners. They had nobody that could match up with his aggressiveness.
He's had a fruitful season. And these 2 teams, they have just thrived. They flourished this year. How about Chris Youngblood? Throws one up from distance.
Almost, and that almost looked like a shot because he hadn't had a shot until.
Oh, Robinson steps in a wide open 3. They can't miss from distance. How many teams has Missouri done this to early in games in this building?
And think if you're Missouri, you love the pace that Alabama wants to play at in this building. Alabama wants to get up and down. Missouri's liking that. Their shooters are on a roll.
Gassed up Mizzou Arena. 14-point lead in this heavyweight bout.